Why, hello again, and welcome back. I'm Gracie, and these are some of my New Year's resolutions. Okay, so a little bit more about it. My resolutions weren't really just resolutions. There was like, I did this whole manifesting thing, journaling thing, and it was like, oh, situation. She loves it. I'm in my healing era, okay? I'm in my healing era. And so, the first thing I did this way out of order, by the way. It's okay. It still worked. The first thing I did was I made a vision board. Yes. And that will show up here. No, here. This is the vision board because I made it digitally. That was it. I made it first, and I was like, ooh, these are all this bunch of stuff I want to do. And then I saw this video, and it was like, I've seen that people are just slapping pictures on cardboard and saying that's their vision board, and I was like, oh, okay then. But whatever. And then she was like, okay, there's a few steps to it, and the first one is to act like it's you from the future on January 1st, 2025, and write down all the things that you are so grateful for that you did in the past year, because it's like, you know, like I already did them. What am I scared of? What am I scared of? Because I already did it, so I know I can do it, so I will do it, and it'll work out. But the thing is, I saw that at like 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning, and so I was like, oh, can't do that right now, you know. But then I was just scrolling on that side of Instagram, and I saw another video, and it was like, things you like, tips to journaling, and I was like, I could try journaling, whatever. I could do that too. And so it was like a bunch of questions, and I'll read them to you. Okay, so this is my full pages of journaling from the past day, and I'm very proud of myself. Okay, so the first thing I did was I messed up a bunch of times. It's okay. I did it in pen. I do recommend, because even if we mess up, we write with conviction, which is something I heard someone say. It was really funny. Okay, the first question was, well, it wasn't a question. The first one said, write down your top priorities for 2024 and break it down into small tasks. And I was like, oh, I like that. And so I wrote just like small tasks to do. Smile every morning, because one of my priorities was genuine happiness. And then another task I wrote was to journal. And I like did it in parentheses for everyone. It was like the task and then the general idea. And so that one was for mindfulness, and then it was do my homework first when I get home from school. And that one was for productivity. And then blah 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 blah. There were like a bunch of them, but yeah, that's kind of the idea. That was the first one, the first question. I needed to find the person because it was like such a good video. I'll probably put their Instagram handle below so that you can go check that out, because it was so helpful for both videos. And I was like, oh, that's such a smart idea. Anyway, I felt very good today. The second one was habits and routines like write down habits and routines that will support your well-being. And I was like, okay. So I wrote down a morning routine and a nighttime routine, which is starting, not yet, but it will. It will. I'll get there, guys. I'll get there. Right now it's just about saying what I want to do. Later we'll do it. But that's kind of just like you. So the third thing was write down achievements you're proud of from the last year and how you can build on them. And I was like, oh, that's so cool. So I wrote down, I'm proud of my Instagram account and how positive it is. And then how I can build on it is I can expand my spread and start to incorporate my own voice into videos, because I hadn't, sorry, there's dust. I hadn't been using my own voice because, like I said before, it intimidates me to talk to a camera or phone, or, you know. So yeah, and then I did that and I'm feeling really good. And another thing that I wrote down was, I'm proud of myself for trying different things and discovering what I think is most me. And then how I can build on it is I can focus in the next year and do less things to see what I want to stick with. Yeah. The fourth thing was to write down relationships and boundaries you want to set or nurture in the next year. And so I just wrote a bunch of people that I want to nurture relationships with, and relationships that I think I need to set some boundaries in. Yeah, it's all just names, so I'm not gonna read that. But yeah, and the fifth thing was write down. Wait, huh? Okay. Write down tasks that will give you moments of joy and relaxation for the next year. And so I wrote, take the time to make plans with friends, and then have fun during practice or rehearsals, like for school activities, and then spend at least 30 minutes a day watching a show or relaxing. Because it's all about balance, guys. It's all about the equality. Okay, the sixth thing was skills and knowledge I want to acquire or improve upon in the next year. And so I wrote down horseback riding, continue to improve my ballet technique, content creation, which is this. Remember, balance. Ooh, I just like that. And improve the amount of things I do for myself. Yep. And that's all. So the seventh thing, there was 10 of them. I don't remember if I said that, but there were 10 of them. So the seventh thing was negative patterns or behaviors I want to leave behind in 2023. And I wrote boredom binging on sweet treats, which is something I do when I'm bored. I'll just eat. I'll just eat candy, chocolate, any of that. Because I'm like, what's easy to grab? And I just grab it and I eat it. So, focusing less on that. And then another one was scrolling aimlessly. That has not yet happened. However, we're getting there. We're getting there. Another one was not allowing myself to sit in silence is something I want to leave, which means kind of I want to start letting myself sit in silence and not just having to listen to something constantly. I'm not listening to anything right now, but this just has the mic. But like just let myself sit in my thoughts and not be like, I don't want to hear myself. I'm just gonna distract, you know? It's not a good thing. And then the last negative behavior I had is not communicating with people. So I'm leaving that behind, and I'm gonna start communicating. If I can learn how to talk. Okay, the 8th thing was how to create a balanced approach to growth. And I wrote down, don't forget to rest and take one thing at a time. So it's, and in parentheses I wrote, get 1% better every day, not 99% better on the same day, and then never again. The 9th thing was financial goals that I have. And that one was something that I didn't really resonate with. I just wrote it down to write it down, which I do not recommend. If it's not something that you resonate with and feel like is really important to you, then don't write it down. You don't have to write all of it. But if you want to, I just basically wrote, like, this is, the main goal I have, and this is like the ways I can do it. So the main goal was get to $1,000 by the end of 2024. Because I currently don't have that much money. I spend money. I spend money very carelessly, which I do not want to do because I want to save. Okay, so the first one was less spending on school fundraisers. The second one was look for ways to acquire more money. And then the last one was less material gifts, thoughtful instead for birthdays and etc. So that's just like for my friends, because I love giving my friends gifts, but it takes too much money for all the friends. So I've started, I already have been doing this, doing cards and like that kind of thing instead, and like, but unless it's someone that like, you know, but yeah. The 10th thing was, how can I stay adaptable when challenges occur? And it was, remember to take things one step at a time again. And then the other one I wrote was, make sure I think about what is happening and the best approach to it. So it's like, live in the moment. If there's something that might skew you off your axis, think about it and think about your best approach. Like, list everything that you might do, like every action you might take, and decide the best one. And that's all of the questions. And then this morning I wrote down all the things that I was so grateful for, the future me is so grateful for in January 1st, 2025. And it was really helpful. So basically she just said to write in a bunch of emotion, because then it's like, if you already have it in the future, then why are you scared of it? If you already know you're going to get it, then you shouldn't be scared to what you have for what you have to do to get to there, because it worked out. My cat just climbed onto my bed. Up the ladder. But I had the same thing. Okay. Anyway. But yeah. I'll link that girl in the description as well. And then the last thing I just journaled, like a diary. And again, with pen, because we write with conviction here. But yeah, that's kind of all my New Year's resolutions, and that's what I did. And I felt pretty good today, because today I just sat and thought I kind of just acted as if I was thinking from the place of, I already have everything I want. I already know how to get there. So why am I not doing that? You know, and kind of make myself proud of myself and do things that would be right for me, instead of how other people would, I do still care about what other people think, right? What other people feel, because that's just the life of that's just life. I don't know. But I'm working on it. That's one of my resolutions. So yeah, thank you so much for caring about what my New Year's resolutions were, and I hope that all of yours work out great. I'm praying for you. If you need any help manifesting, I give advice. I don't know if it's good, but it's advice. Okay. Again, thank you so much for watching. You can go check out my Instagram, which is very different content, but still content. And yeah, have an amazing day. I love you. Bye-bye.